Okay. Then we'll have to apply zonke ezi-skills okanye ezi-skills sinazo to achieve the output. We'll have to prompt user for a number of students, and then we have to prompt user for igama le-student, for each student, so igama le-student. And since these prompts ziphindaphindene, like ze-repeated, for an example, you can see uba this please enter the name of student 1 is repeated more than 2 times, so yes, we can use for loop for i-case enjalo. But the only thing ezoba different kukuba le for loop, it will be controlled by a user. So ukuba how many times izorepeata kangaphi, so ukuseta i-condition yethu, we will have to use user input for ukuseta i-condition yethu. As ukhumbula, if uyakhumbula uba apha we're having 5, so 5 ebesuka kuthi as i-coders, bengasuki kwi-user, so the 5 ebesuka kuthi as i-coders, like. So now we will have to have something that is from user. So if uyakhumbula xa sizoprompter, we'll have to have variables. So from screen sendibonile uba funeka sibe ne-number of students, sibe no-name, sibe no, what's this, sibe no-mark ne. Okay, masiqalise. Okay, ndiyizumile le nto, ndiyizume in, otherwise this is le nto uyaziyo yabo. So yeah, we are having inside the static void main, we are having a for loop yethu, structure sale for loop yethu, and then we have to ukuba sisitwike in order for ukuba sona sisebenzele, sisinike le output siyifunayo. So here's the output esiyifunayo. Sifuna uba iprompte according to user, so users will control about, okay, how many times we wanna keep on repeating these prompts. So when I keep on repeating these prompts, these 2 prompts, and this one will be outside the loop. This prompt will be outside the loop, only because it is not repeated 5 times. It is written once. So we are prompting the user and the number of students from the user only once. So this one won't be inside the loop. Okay, right now we have declared all of our variables which we will be using. So we are having number of students, mark, if you can recollect, if you can recall how we used to declare variables. Okay, anyways, this is how we declare variables. I have recognized that console title or our title is, there is nothing, we are not having a title here, so that's why I am setting my title to an empty string. So here I'm setting it to an empty string because I've seen here, okay, the only thing that you want when I achieve this output, so that's why I will be always referring to this screen, to the screenshot. Okay, again, I am referring to the screenshot. First of all, we are having this prompt, this single prompt, and then we are having these repeated prompts. So that means we will need our for loop for these repeated prompts, and then here we will have to write this prompt outside the loop, but on top of the loop, because we want to make this, or we wanna basically wanna make the clone of this screenshot. So we'll have to try to make it, not try, we'll have to make it exactly as it is in the screenshot. So we'll have this prompt, this single prompt on top of the on top of our for loop, and then we have our for loop having these lines of code to achieve these lines, having a lines of code to achieve these lines. Okay, having this prompt written, now we'll have to use this variable exactly as it is, number of students. Control C, I'm using Control C to copy and then Control V to paste, and then we'll have to take the user input and insert it, and insert it into this variable. So we'll have to take the user input and insert it into this variable. How do we do that? We'll simply say, since this is an integer, so we'll simply say int.parse whatever the user will be, whatever user input that we get from the user. So we'll have to say int.parse and open and close our brackets. Inside those brackets we have console.readline. Let me simply show you what am I talking about. Okay, right, this will take the user input, and since we are in static void main string arg, so it will take it as a string, and then we will have to pass it so that it suits our variable, or it matches the data type of our variable. So now we'll try and we'll pass it so that whatever the user whatever user input that we get from the user, we wanna pass it to be an integer. As you can see here, we're saying int.parse, and then this is the user input. Okay, since we are having these lines repeated, or let's say repeated, since we are having these lines, these prompts 1 2 repeated, 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 so that simply means we will have to have only one set of these, and then our for loop will keep on repeating them according to our condition. If you can recall, we said this is a condition in a for loop according to our condition. So now let's have only one set of these lines, which is this one and this one. So let's have this prompt, one set of these prompts, so like this set, or we'll have only 1 2, so, and then our for loop will help us to duplicate them according to our condition. Okay, now here okay, this is where we are right now. Okay, we are having this prompt and this one, so this is a set of those prompts, the set I was talking about, this set. So here we're having this set, and then our for loop will help us to invoke all of these ones, or to write all of these ones. So as long as we are having the hint, or we've shown our for loop that we want you to repeat this set of lines, or this set of lines, let's just put it like that, this set of lines. So okay, let's run this, and then you will see the differences between this one and this one, and we will have to we'll have to do some changes so that it is exactly so that we can achieve exactly what we've seen from the screenshot. Okay, let me start this. Okay, there's our first prompt, so that means we are still okay. Let me get this fast and quick. Okay, right, this one matches our screenshot. So let's say 5, and then prompt Mandla, and then yeah, you can see that we are missing Mandla here, and we are missing 1 here, and we haven't even bothered ourselves using this 5 from the user in our for loop. So now let's go back there and apply those changes which I've pointed, or which I've noticed, and then yeah, we'll be close to the finishing line. The very first change we're gonna apply here, we are going to apply, okay, we are going to use this variable in our condition so that the user is going to be the person, or is gonna be the person who is going to be controlling, who's going to be controlling this loop. Here we'll have to, as you can see that here we used a 5, and then we've written that 5 down like this. Now we want whatever the user whatever user input we get from the user, whatever number of students we get from a certain user, we want to use this variable actually as the variable that will be controlling, like this loop will be in our condition, so that we can know what the user, how many students the user, or how many student marks the user wants to insert. So now the first change that we're gonna apply is this Control C to copy, and then we will have to say Control V to paste. And then this is the first change. This simply means that whatever the user says, if the user says he or she is having 2 students, then that means this loop will only run 2 times. If the user says he or she is having 20 students, this loop will run 20 times. That's how this will be. Let us, okay, let's test and see if this works as we want it to work. Now we'll say 1 and see if we getting the set of these prompts only once. ST 12. As you can see, we got the set of these prompts only once. Okay, now get the very second change. Our second change that we gonna be, we wanna have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the only way to apply that, or the only way to do that, is to have a placeholder here. So in this line, this is our first placeholder, so we will say 0 here. And then what can we use? What variable can we use to achieve this? So the only variable that we can use is counter, because only because our counter right now is 1, so it will say 1. When we come back, we'll have to increment it to 2 and then check our condition and get inside the loop. So if our condition is true, then we'll get inside the loop, and then we will have 2 right here. So counter is the variable that we can use here. So counter yasingamsebenzisa because xa ngabe engu-1, this will be 1, we'll have 1 here, and xa sibuya sizom-incrementa, and then we will have 2 here. So counter is is actually i-variable esiyidingayo okanye esiyifunayo for ukusebenzisa for uachieve la change layer. So let's have it there. And then to achieve this mandla, we can't hard code this because we wanna take user input and then use it here. We don't wanna hard code this, and it will say when it's mfundo here, and then it would say please enter the test mark for mandla. Meanwhile, we were saying this student number 1 is mfundo, yabo. So yeah, when I achieve this now, so this is the very same thing. This is we need to have a placeholder here. Yeah, a placeholder. So again, we start from 0. Why? This in this line, this is our first placeholder. So we will have a 0 here, and then we will simply pass in the value or whatever the user will, whatever user input we got from the user. That's it. Let's just check if where basindawo ngoku, how far are we? Okay, here we have inside string.parse because we are in static void main, which is our main method. Static void main string square brackets args. So strings are the only variables which you will, there's no need to pass them, or they are accepted by static void main. They are accepted by static void main, so there's no need for you to pass it to convert it. It's accepted here. Okay, let's say 5. Enter. Okay, as you can see now, we are really close. Okay, I want this. We have mandla. We have mandla here, and then I said mandlex, but you will understand. 67, and then we have Emma, WM, and then it's 59, and then right here we are having Vince, and then yeah, for Vince we're having 81, and then right here, as you can see, this works just properly. So yeah, now for student 4, who's student 4? Kabel. And marks for Cabello, it's 79, and we are having Errol, and then it's 74. So since we've said we want to prompt the user this set of prompts 5 times, and then this will now stop prompting us. As you can see, they are normal prompts. We are done. Okay, thank you. I think we are done now. We're done. All you can do now is to is to just keep on watching this and tell me that if this isn't enough, or if this doesn't make any change to you, or yeah, just let me know. Okay, right? Yeah, I think I'm out now. I'm out. Thank you. Okay, we will continue with this one. We'll continue with this one today.